Hello, allies. Um, I have had some questions recently associated with the containment center and the um, leveling in the system, and so I wanted to just touch on a few things. All right, so in the containment center, there is you know, the ability to capture your anomalous creatures. There's a place to look at and upgrade your anomalous creatures. And you can help um, put up creatures for breeding, which I should probably switch this one. And then there is questing. Um, and by the way, if you do longer quests, I've noticed that that can give you items for pets, but I have not verified if that's a guaranteed thing or not. I also think I got one on a slightly shorter quest, but I'm not sure. So the items I'm talking about are the ones that are um, the gifty ones. So I think I saw pet bells only coming up as free items from quests. All right. So the thing that I wanted to show you is that the there are on the playing board where you're doing your merge matching, there are the coin items, and then there are these inactive items present. And like this is another inactive item. And these items, the assumption before transitioning was that, well, maybe this is associated with a higher level. And so like right now, Ms. Anti is on level 1 and I'm working towards this order here. If I tap on the item in the order, it actually shows you where it is in the treasure listing. And so I need to make this next level box. And then so what I have, in order to help me move, I moved the first purple box that I made. And I know that I need to have two of them, so then I tap them. And then so like also again, if you run out of space, there's this storage box here. And you can expand the slots which are present. If you want to load an item into it, you drag it over. If you want it back, you just tap on it. And then, so I can merge and so now that I have completed the order, the background of the tile has turned green. If this was asking for two items and I fulfilled one of them but not the second, then the background of the tile would turn blue. And then when you fill the full order, then they would both turn green. There's only one in this order, and so I filled it and it's turned green. And then so it says complete. I have completed this on some other characters, and so I know that this level actually does result in the change in level. And also, you should pay attention to the fact that the order fulfillment gives me a containment orb and it gives me experience. So that's the 5 experience that will actually take me to level 1 to level 2. And so other levels had stuff like food, pet food, had experience or like the what you call it, this stuff, the creature experience. Um, and so in cases where you're running out of food, uh, the main way that they expect you to get that food is to do these orders as well. So now that I've completed, the complete button is ready. I tap on that, and then so it levels up and it shows that I have another map and I get energy. And then so when I claim it, it says collected item rewards will appear here. And then I can place it, and then I need to drag the first map generator to the second map generator to build the map 2 generator. And then so now the orders have updated and they have a range of different items, including the coin items and these footprint items. And then so as you tap on the generator, it now generates some additional types of items. And then so as I see, like there's this one order that is half filled. It has done the blue highlight to indicate that there is a second item needed. And then so now I've fulfilled it and now it's green. And so I can actually complete it and then it'll update with a new order. And then so because I finally have these items that can unlock the map, so you have to kind of like pay attention to the way that the footprints are facing um, that indicate like what the item is. All right, and so again, I've fulfilled another order, and then so that helps to expand the map, and clearly you need more space because you have more types of items to be able that you're going to have to deal with. Okay, so that is essentially how the system works, and I expect that this inactive item is associated with yet the next level. So I'll be working to fulfill orders to be able to proceed to the next level. And then so you have to kind of pay attention that there are, because now there are multiple orders, you can decide what you want to do. So, like as an example, because Marshall is asking for food, um, that, maybe I know that I need more food for my pet. So, you might prioritize the thing with food. So, as an example. All right. Um, so hopefully that will help people with the leveling in the ecosystem simulation. The other thing that I wanted to mention quickly is, yay, I have enough food to feed him. That the pets, if you are running out of food or like at risk of kind of like not having the materials to keep your pet happy, there is this area here, and like you can also see like there is a pet warehouse, and I don't have anything in the pet warehouse here, but like you can add your pet to the warehouse. You can send them to kind of like hang out, and they do not need to be fed or pet or anything during that phase. And so I have seen different situations where a pet coming back out of the warehouse wanted food again. I've also seen cases where they came out of the warehouse and they did not want food. So they do not lose their happiness while they're hanging out in the warehouse. So it is also a strategy for when you need a little bit more time to be able to build up food or other components. All right, so I hope that helps.